I had the same dream.
Whoa! 'Cause I got no place else to go.
The eyes are the windows of the soul. When I show you something once, you know it's there. You've seen it. It's in your soul. It becomes a part of you.
Do you still have people who write to you, who visit you if they can, who follow you?
The whole world's following me. There's no place else they can go.
They'll do what you want them
I
to.
just turn that around and give it back to you. What you put on me with that, I just take that and throw it back at you.
Are you saying
They never stopped the brainwash. The brainwash that they were selling the American public was making money. You see what I'm saying? They were making money. They're not going to stop making money. If the combination's there to make money, they're going to keep...
My gut's the boss now. And my gut says Donald Trump's the boss. And that he would do everything he ever said he would do. And he just kept saying, I will not disappoint you. You can believe it. Guarantee, get ready. The joke is, it's like he's a time traveler. And I'm not going to give the MSM their fodder to attack the president with the conversations we've had or have had. But a lot of weird stuff in the universe. A lot of crazy stuff going on. And just as we've been hit by this plague of evil, horrible, anti-human people, God has given us a reprieve. And Trump just keeps delivering on his promises, which makes him the deliverer. I don't mean that in a blasphemous term like he's Moses. But he is taking us out of the Egypt, the modern system of oppression.
K.O. Winner is...
We notice is that Boozhoo is one of our cultural heroes. And the discussion that we have is that you should not use the word Boozhoo because it's just a French corruption of the word bonjour. So I thought about that for a long time. Our naming ceremony reflects on how Boozhoo first walked the earth and named everything. So you name the animals, just so that we can understand in our language, the animals, the birds, in Anishinaabe. So he's the original one. Well, when he left, since he's a trickster, he was going to come back in some way. And so that story stayed with the people for a long time, that somewhere, somehow, Boozhoo was going to come back to the people. But what we don't know is what he's going to look like. Is he going to look like you? Is he going to look like me? Is he going to be an animal? Is he going to be a bird? But he's going to come back to the people. And that's what he told us. He's going to come back. But we don't know what he's going to look like. So that story stayed with the people. And so then what came about as a greeting, the first time you meet somebody for the first time, Ginina Boozhoo, you know, you shake your hand. Ginina Boozhoo, are you Boozhoo?
On a long historical spectrum. And here we are, and this is my watch. That's what I always say to people. I'm not going to sit aside during my watch. Well, that's crazy. This is my watch.
The real test of our generation is still to come, because our world is facing some ominous storm clouds. The armament race, the creeping hunger in the world, and the cries of the hungry in many parts of the third world that do not have enough to eat. And whether we like it or not, we're going to have to listen to them, because they're getting more and more and louder, and we cannot go on with extreme rich and extreme poor. The new generation has not yet faced up that you will have to carry the burden. You're going to have to carry the burden of the mistakes of my generation and the generation just past. Because you see, we built up a gigantic debt for you to pay. And somebody's got to pay it, and you're the ones that have been chosen to pay it. Don't pay any attention to the registrar at the school. The young generation might pick up society's load. And we find it difficult to understand the lack of commitment today. And that's really the lack that I find among many young people. They really haven't committed themselves to any philosophy or ideology or religious faith. I'm serious about that. Our world is moving very, very fast toward a climax of some sort. I think we're on the verge of an international earthquake. And I think it could happen anytime, certainly before the end of the century. Unless millions of young people begin to march for Jesus Christ, with love in their hearts, surrendered, committed, studying the Word book. And you haven't faced up to it yet, and neither have we. And I, for one, am ashamed at what our generation has handed you, and the problems we've handed you, and the mistakes we've made. The world that they will inherit and are seeking to abolish the whole society. And like one of them said, that they feel like they're locked in the back of a vehicle that has been built to corrupt specifications. It's unsafe at any speed.